Hello YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. On today's video we're going to go over our seed starts that we're going to have for this year. We've already direct sowed our carrots, beets, turnips, and radishes. Alright, so I'm just going to go over the amendments that I'm going to add to my tubs and my 5-gallon buckets. I have done a separate video on this before, but just consider this a refresher. So I got this recipe from a YouTube channel called Gardening with Leon. So if you guys get a chance, be sure to check out Gardening with Leon. And the one thing that he stresses is that you can add this up to twice per year in the spring planting and in the fall planting, and everything here is fully organic and totally safe to use. So I'm going to use a Sustain, which is a 464, limestone, sea minerals. This is Epsom salt and gypsum. Now the ratio that you're going to use is 3, and now this is for 40-gallon tubs, okay? 3/4 of a cup of Sustain, 3/8 of a cup of the sea minerals. Now this is seawater that has been dried down to just these minerals, and it's up to 90 different minerals that are unbelievably beneficial to your plants. So that's 3/8 of the sea minerals, and then it's 3/16 of a cup of the limestone, the Epsom salt, and the gypsum. So I have it all mixed up right here, all of these items, and it looks like that. And so what we're going to do this time, because this is our second year growing in those tubs, some of the soil is settled, which is to be expected. So we're gonna pull away some of the soil, because you want this down about 4 to 6 inches below the level of your soil. So we're going to pull some of the soil from one side of the tub, add half of this, spread that back on, pull the other half back, and then spread this. While we do that, we are also going to add eggshells, which is going to add calcium. You guys can check out a video that I did on that too and find out what the benefits are and really how easy it is to prepare your eggshells. You don't get an immediate benefit from these though, because they do have to have time to break down. So you do want to put these on as sooner rather than later. The other thing that I'm going to add is also blood meal and bone meal. So that should basically take care of anything and everything that we need. So after adding all of this stuff, we just have to seed, keep the weeds out, keep everything watered, and then just hopefully benefit from all of this labor. So here's all of my amendments that I'm going to add. I'm going to pull half of this back, and I'm only going down about maybe 3 to 4 inches because I'm going to add soil on top of this anyway. Have some tomatoes that we started, but not really sure how they're going to go. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. Dawn started some spaghetti squash in our grow bags. And what did you start in the 4 grow bags to the right?
Cabbage.
More cabbage. Okay. So that's what we have in the
garden.
garden.
No, I'm sorry, cauliflower.
Cauliflower. Didn't you get those mixed up?
Yes, I think so.
Right. So those are the things that we have started, at least for now. But it's the end of May, the beginning of June, and we are way behind the curve when it comes to this stuff. But we figure, you know what, we have it. We're going to go ahead and go for it. If we get a yield, that's great. If not, we'll be ready for next year.
Well, I mean, so the raised beds that we built that you saw in our previous video, one of our previous videos, they're not quite ready. We're not quite ready to go get the compost to put in those beds. And so we thought, well, this is a good opportunity for us to like get this stuff started that's going in those raised beds. That will buy us at least a couple, maybe a week or so, maybe till next weekend, so that we can actually get these in the raised beds. So this is just kind of a way to get a head start, hopefully get some kind of starts going in the meantime. So normally we do a lot of these. I think last year we had 3 trays like this full. We're not doing that many this year, and actually we're kind of over.
Yeah, we're overplanting just in case.
Just to make sure that stuff takes, because we're so late that we don't have a chance to redo them.
Yeah.
So.
In December, I ordered these seeds, but a lot of the seeds were not available. We had never ordered from Johnny's Select Seeds before, so this was the first time. And we ordered a majority of our seeds this year from Johnny's Seeds because that was the only company that had them. But we're not using all of the seeds that we ordered. No. We're just pretty much using the ones that we absolutely need to. So on Living Traditions Homestead, which is one of the YouTube channels that we follow religiously, they rave about how good the Jetstar hybrid tomato is. So I found those on Totally Tomatoes, and I ordered a pack of those. So we're gonna plant 4 starters with that, and then the pasta tomato that Dawn chose is what?
Sapola's Pride.
Sapola's Pride.
OG.
And that's also from Johnny's Select Seeds.
I guess that's probably organic. OG is probably organic. Yes. Yeah, we direct sowed some of these seeds into the garden, but we're just not sure that they're going to, we don't feel confident that they're going to germinate.
No.
So, just so we have a backup plan, we are planting some more in pots.
So what else are we planting?
So from Johnny Seeds, we're doing pole beans, and we are going to do 4 pole bean plants and see how that goes. And then, and we are gonna try some peas. We did grow some peas last year, but it wasn't really enough to get anything.
Just
so
a taste.
We're gonna do some extra peas this year and see if we can't get enough to maybe at least have a meal or 2. My favorite vegetable is peas.
Yeah, at some point we'll just have to make a real commitment and grow a lot of peas. But the raised bed should help us with that once we put the trellis in and all that.
Yeah. And then tied with peas for my favorite vegetable is cucumbers. And if you all follow our channel and saw our yield last year, we had lots of cucumbers. And we may actually be growing more cucumbers than we did last year. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we got Excelsior F1 OG. These were from Johnny Seed, which I believe those were a pickling cucumber, which I love because they're small and crisp. And great eaten, but also to make pickles, which would be something that I would love to do. Can some pickles.
Yeah.
And then we also ordered Nokia, and I believe these are more like almost like an English cucumber. They're long and thin and very little seeds. Like the seeds are really small in them. And then the tried and true, the ones that we grew last year, we're going to grow again. The Be It Alpha, these do not require, like they have, I forget what they call it.
They have more female flowers than male flowers, so the cross-pollination is not so much needed. It has, from what we've read, it has about an 80% more yield just from one plant.
And these came from Baker Creek, and we
Last
ordered
year.
these last year. So, I mean, we hope that the seeds are still good. We kept them dry and cool in our house.
Yep.
So we hope that the seeds are still good. So that's what we're planting today. We have all of our containers marked with what we're planting in which container. We're going to go ahead and fill these, get them.
Yep. So we're going to fill those with exactly what we used last year. It's the seed starting mix from Miracle Grow. It worked really good last year. We're going to use it this year. And basically the plan is to fill these up, kind of pack them down, do a water in so that the soil will compact,
Settle.
do a second set of soil, do a second watering, and then we'll actually sow the seeds and do a final watering and get them on the grow shelves.
All right,
Right?
let's do this.
You ready?
Yep. I'm ready.
Here you go. I'm gonna make a mess.
To the mess.
To the mess.
So guys, just remember, it doesn't matter how late it is, you can still do a garden. So it is not too late to start seeds now and plant a garden.
Yeah, and that being said, you can, like we plant in self-watering 5-gallon buckets. We made a video on that. We also made a video on our self-watering tubs that
Right.
we're using this year. We're using grow bags.
Mm-hmm.
We have a flat garden that we use a drip irrigation system in, and for the first time this year we'll be using raised beds, and we'll show you guys exactly what we're going to do with that. And Dawn also just did an update on her strawberry plants in a vertical planter. So there's a ton of different ways that you can garden. You just have to kind of figure out that that's what you want to do and then just go for it. But the biggest thing that you want to learn from is don't be afraid to fail.
Right.
Or even if you start late, like don't think you can't just do it, because you can do it. So
Right. The tomatoes will still be good in August and September.
yep. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so definitely don't be discouraged. Try it. And you know what? We also bought some of our plants from the local hardware store.
Yeah.
Because we were so late this year, there were lots of circumstances that caused us to be late this year. And so we bought a couple of plants so that we could start with those plants and then
And at least have
move
something
into
coming
these.
in. Right.
So we'll let you know how all of these different types of cucumbers and tomatoes and peas and pole beans, how they all do. And you also have to keep in mind it could be user error.
Yep. And we're
Because
also
I've
gonna
heard great things about Johnny Seeds. So
And we're also going to put these starts under our brand new grow lights that we just put together. And we'll give you guys an update on how they do and how the grow lights are working. We have had some plants underneath there, the ones that we bought, but we didn't have time to put in the ground yet. So for about a week and a half, we had those up underneath those grow lights, and they really flourished. So I'm pretty anxious to see how the grow lights will do with the seed starts. But that's pretty much.
You also got some heat mats, right?
Yeah, we have heat mats
So
too.
the
correct.
heat mats will help the seeds germinate. And there, we do have some covers that fit over top of these containers.
Yeah.
These containers came from
Bootstrap Farmer,
yeah,
and we have
and they're great containers. Just one little thing. We have this little tiny greenhouse thingy over here, and we had one of these sitting inside, and it got so hot in there it melted
It melted.
the container. So that's why these are not sitting flat where these are.
But it works great. I mean,
so don't put them in your little greenhouse that gets super hot. So, well, guys, I think that's all we have for today.
So, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's free and it really helps our channel grow. A little inside note here: we're getting really close to 500 subscribers, so we wanted to thank each and every one of you for not only watching our videos but giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it really helps our channel grow. So thank you guys so much for that. And if you want to see more of our videos, hit that notification bell so you're up to date and you will be notified whenever we upload a new video.
Yep.
But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.